Don't let her...
The void, but somehow different this time.
Surprised I can pull you into this place? The outsider marked me long ago. I made you flee your precious tower and turned your father into cold stone. How difficult for you. But when I was young, sweet Jessamine and I were close as sisters, sharing a secret. Emperor Coldwyn had another daughter, born in shame to a kitchen maid.
Am I dreaming? If not, how is Delilah doing this?
I told you, when you're older, perhaps next year.
You said that last year. Jessamine is younger than me, and she's a court every day.
Jessamine is, well, it's complicated. We'll understand someday.
What did I do? I'll be good. I swear.
Next year, I promise.
During the day, Jessamine and I played games in the tower. But at night, I'd go back to the servants' quarters to cockroaches and thin gruel. Emperor Daddy would visit and tell me if I was good. Next year, I'd be old enough to come to court to be a princess. Then one day, pretty Jessamine broke something worth a fortune, and the spy master caught us. She claimed I did it, and he whipped me in the garden house until I bled. My mother lost her kitchen job, and that night we were out on the streets with no place to sleep.
I didn't break it.
Would you like to tell me what did?
We were just playing.
Never mind, Jesse. Let's hear it.
It was her. Delilah's lie. She broke it.
Mother and I saw the nastiest parts of Dunwall, ending up in debtor's prison. Jessamine died quick on an assassin's blade, but my mother lingered for weeks after a fat guard broke her jaw. They threw me out when she died. I looked up at the lights of Dunwall Tower and swore revenge. Washing bedsheets in a brothel, I painted on the side, until Anton Sokolov took me as a student. That's the polite word for it. I was crafty even before the outsider marked me, and survived the worst the Empire could offer. Now, it's your turn.
My mother's sick. She needs help.
Your mother kicked off while you were out begging. She's another bag of bones now, girl.
What? No!
Your sentence is served and she'll be tossed out with the others. You can't stay here anymore.
It's hard to know whether my dear old aunt is telling the truth or not. When I saw what they'd done to Anton Sokolov, I wanted to hurt everyone who'd helped Delilah and the Duke of Serkonos pull off their coup. Sokolov is the man who made whale oil into a weapon, who turned back the plague, and now he's barely able to speak. The hands that painted the most powerful men and women of our time shake too badly to hold a spoon. When he does talk, he's going to give me a name. The next step along the way to Duke Luca Abel, then Delilah herself. A name. That's all I need.
I'm with you, even in the void, if only I could do
Mother? That wasn't a dream, was it?
Am I to blame for Delilah's bitterness?
All this is her doing, and she'll die for it.
Our decisions have weight. I feel my time drawing to an end soon.
Jindosh wanted me to help him with a rather complicated problem. It would have enabled him to make his clockwork soldiers at a fraction of the cost. Clever man.
Not clever enough. What's wrong with people like that?
A restless mind and an empty heart, perhaps. Jindosh would have snuffed me out as soon as he got bored. I appreciate what Emily did for me, freeing me from that place.
I searched for you, Anton. I would have found you.
I knew you'd try, Megan. They kept me going after they gave me to Jindosh.
Either way, you're back now. I'm glad.
Anton, you've had 3 days to rest. Tell me how to kill Delilah.
They tortured him. His body is covered with bruises.
Delilah has the throne, and my father is missing. This is Anton Sokolov, the greatest mind in the Empire.
No, Emily. Megan is right. I can make electricity move from one side of the room to the other, but Delilah is beyond my understanding. When I came to Serkonos, I meant to leave everything behind. But when the assassination started, I couldn't ignore it. By the time Megan and I connected the murders to the Duke, it was too late. The Crown Killer came for me. It kept me alive from my knowledge, but I saw things. Jindosh often had a visitor, Brianna Ashworth.
She's the curator of the Royal Conservatory.
Yes, Ashworth is dangerous, as obsessed with the occult as Delilah. Apparently, she's working on a device called the Oraculum.
There's more to her than either of you know.
If Ashworth is one of Delilah's lieutenants, I need to eliminate her. Who knows what this device is capable of, or what she's up to.
Wake me when Karnaca starts to burn. What a painting that will make.
Meet me at the skiff when you want to set out for the Royal Conservatory.
His age, Sokolov's making better progress than I would have expected.
Good to see you're still with us. Thank you for helping, Anton.
Sokolov's not the only one making a rapid recovery. I'll be good enough to leave soon. There's a lot to do. Of course, unless the Duke falls, he'll undo my best efforts here.
Then we'll have to make sure Duke Luca Abel doesn't overstay his welcome.
Karnaca's key leaders are flawed, for certain. After all this is settled with the Duke, and the time of the coup has passed, whichever ones are left standing could change things here. Consider that, as you come face to face with the Duke's remaining associates.
Some of them have made their beds, Alexandria.
medicinal supplies are low. We might have to go out for extract of blood ox liver and some leche thistle seeds.
We'll take the skiff. I don't want to bring the dreadful whale any closer than we have to. There is a small dock in Syria Gardens, close to the conservatory. That's as far as I can take you. Ready to go?
Yes, let's go.
There'll be a Grand Guard presence outside the Royal Conservatory. Inside, be prepared for anything. Ashworth runs with an eclectic crowd. They'll be the real danger.
Someday I'd like to know more about how you met Ashworth.
I know you would. Trust me. Ashworth is important to Delilah. Which brings up something else. You might be able to exploit the Abbey of the Everyman in removing Ashworth from play. Turns out the Vice Overseer in Karnaca has been watching Ashworth from a hidden outpost near the Royal Conservatory. Check it out first if you want more options. Remember, if she's still working with Delilah, Ashworth is a grave threat.
Thanks, Megan. See you soon.
Refurbishing a gazebo, adding an exotic southern touch.
I don't get it. When I went to Dunwall, I brought back a river crust shell to use as an ashtray. Because it reminds me of good times. But what's the point of buying wood from a country you never visited?
Lady Shersha has money, so she gets the wood she wants. What's the matter? You saw something?
We don't want you here. If you're looking for trouble, you're gonna find it. Don't get any closer. I told her it was the wrong type of oil. but they don't want to listen to me. Next time, I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut.
Hope it's not something bad. Maybe it's nothing.
Huh?
Shot. Some unsavory going on. I'm getting good and drunk after this.
Today's your lucky day.
Dump rest fell for it!
I'll kill you for
That!
Greetings. I provide only the finest service with absolute discretion. Welcome to my shop. Say, an acquaintance of mine is supposed to be holed up in an office overlooking the Royal Conservatory. Check on them if you're headed that way. I'd check myself, but the streets are locked down. I'd make it worth your time.
I'll think about it.
See anything you like? What a pleasant surprise to see you again. Ah, you want blueprints for better weaponry. This is what I have for upgrading your equipment. It's a pleasure to have such a unique young lady in our store. No need to wrap it for you, I suppose. An excellent choice. I'm certain you'll be satisfied with your purchase. It was a pleasure to serve you. What a pleasant surprise to see you again.
Something's happening. It could be anything. It's a good thing. Like beef stew for dinner. More likely it's some kind of commotion.
Someone is asking for trouble over there.
What?
This is supposed to be.
No!
Wait for an opening.
What's going on here?
I wonder who that was. I sure hope she's not around anymore. I'm not in the mood.
All right, don't let her. You've been found guilty.
Time to collect this bounty.
Shot.
I've been fighting scum like you since I put on the uniform.
You hide your
Protect
face,
your captain, damn
coward.
it!
I'll tear you to pieces.
Take it! He's wounded! Back here! I'll kill you for that! You're gonna pay for his death! Yeah! Bad move. No, the killer got another one.
Come out wherever you are.
Brianna Ashworth. Curator of the Royal Conservatory. For a while, I believed Ashworth had some connection to the occult in Karnaca.
I'll find you, you know.
Something is happening that I don't understand. The overseers are the forward face of the Abbey, but equally important are our sisters from the Oracular Order. To be direct, I suspect something is wrong within their
Hello?
sect.
Anybody?
Some changes to the types of
Don't let me
proclamations
search the
they've
whole
been making.
place. I don't have time for that.
Small but troubling deviations from tradition. But publicly saying anything along those lines will get me accused of heresy. By my
You can't
rivals
stay
in the
hidden
Abbey.
forever.
Is it possible that Ashworth has infiltrated the Oracular Order?
So Vice Overseer Byrne thinks Ashworth is interfering with the Oracular Order. If true, it's another reason she has to be eliminated.
I hope that masked thug isn't around anymore. She might be somewhere close. That makes me so nervous. A masked killer. Heard some victims were found half devoured. Blood and shit everywhere.
Think you're being quiet?
Huh?
Ashworth is somewhere inside the Royal Conservatory.
Karnaka, my Karnaka, brothers and sisters of my blood.
Dancing monsters in the brine, dancing hagfish on the line. Martha, won't you marry me? 12 weeks have I been at sea.
May she reign forever. Traitors who question her claim to the throne. Morally, trivia.
Bring it on. Whatever is happening, I'm ready.
What would you give for a bottle of pear soda?
Hey, what happened?
Ready? This shouldn't take long.
Let's see how you handle yourself.
There's a round for you!
Come in! She's dead.